Downtown Atlanta, site of one of the biggest battle rap competitions of the season. This is old school rapping in its rawest form, boasting and bragging, and not for the faint of heart.
We in the House of Representatives. Ain't no snitching on the ticket. You would tell that I'm in it. Right. Things don't know me by my government. I get work from the mayor and I tell him to send it.
A lyrical beatdown.
Why you never use your influence to be the bridge to this? The fact you couldn't be the gateway? I took offense to it. To be with you.
With popular headliners and a high-energy crowd. But here, battle rap is the appetizer. The battle for the White House is the main course. No slogans, no campaign buttons, no candidates. A political feast served in a particular way for this particular audience.
What is this conference? What's it called, and what's its purpose?
It's called No Cap. In young black man languages, means no lies, this is the truth. And our purpose was to talk to the people who are talking to black men that don't participate in the election.
Very excited about this. I'm very excited about it.
Mondell Robinson is the founder of the Black Male Voter Project.
Nice to meet you as well. What I hear you say is that this conference is for the untouchables.
The undesirables. We talk to the brothers that the world don't want to talk to. We make them sing.
Historically black colleges and universities, HBCUs, churches. Robinson says there's a path that political parties always follow when reaching out to black voters. His organization follows a different path.
Definitely. Part of the narrative in America about black male voters, I believe, is that they're apathetic. They don't care. True? False?
False as hell. There's no apathy in black men. There's a level of antipathy. Antipathy is a whole different emotion. You hate what politics is and does because you've not seen the growth or benefit of it. Black men are not better off because of politics.
Black men are core of the Democratic Party's path to victory for generations. While the black community still overwhelmingly supports Democrats, some of that support could be eroding. Recent ABC News polling shows that more black people have moved away from President Biden. Some of the black voters most likely to support Trump are those under 50. In a year where the election could be a toss-up, black men could play a pivotal role.
Lives were lost for this right.
It's like, what am I voting for?
Tonight, we're on the ground in 3 battleground states.
Show of hands, if this will be the first presidential election you've had a chance to vote.
Listening to black men about the issues that matter to them.
I still see the drugs, the crime.
People literally have to decide whether they want to pay a bill or buy groceries.
And speaking to those who have the ear of the two camps battling for the White House.
The role of black voters in this election is really going to be monumental.
So whether you vote or not, you vote. Whether you say yes, you check a ballot or not, you are saying something.
Well, who here knows misinformation?
At the No Cap conference, attendees sat in on seminars about election misinformation and the 15th Amendment.
At least Trump be out and open for what he stand for and what he do.
Hitman Holla and John the Don, artists, entertainers, battle rappers, and both fathers in their 30s, say up until now, politics has been a luxury they could not afford.
Have either one of you ever voted in a presidential election?
One time.
One time. When was that?
Obama.
You point to your hand. Voted for the brother. Yeah. Voted for the black man. Then what happened?
Nothing. Voting is the last thing on my mind. Y'all want me to vote for what? So Mike Brown can get shot 10 times in his head? That's what I'm voting for? So George Floyd can get killed on camera, bro? What am I voting for? What am I going and standing in this line for and voting for one of these people for? Why? But y'all want to act like my vote really matters. Man, bro.
In 2020, record turnout among black voters helped turn Georgia blue. But Hitman and John still weary of voting come November.
You're leaning towards Trump.
Yes, I am. I feel like it was more change when Trump was in office than Biden, if we got to compare what's going on. He said you're not black if you don't vote for me?
If you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, and you ain't black.
Who says that? It was wild to hear that. And then, what have you done?
The Biden administration recently launching a new strategy to convince black voters of what they've done. touting student debt forgiveness, support to black-owned small businesses, record low unemployment levels, and an increase in black wealth.
Because black Americans voted, Kamala and I are President and Vice President of the United States because of you.
So when I see you brothers in the late fall, you'll be wearing MAGA hats?
No. So that's what I'm saying. The thing is, I'll vote, but that's what I'm saying. They're my only options. It's just like, hey, you want to burn your hand in the oven or you burn your hand in the toaster?
The former president has tried to court black voters in a myriad of ways. From Trump-branded Never Surrender high tops.
It's a slightly different audience than I'm used to, but I love this audience.
Bringing rappers on stage with him.
Make America great again.
Rapper 50 Cent weighing in on where black male voters stand during a visit with lawmakers.
I see them identifying with Trump.
Why do you say that?
Because they got RICO charges.
But Trump's appeal to some of hip-hop music's biggest fans, young, college-educated black voters, likely isn't translating.
We talked to some brothers who were in the battle rap. They're entrepreneurial, they have dynamic businesses, they're doing well, they support their families. And they were thinking, A, about not voting at all, and B, thinking about voting for Donald Trump.
I mean, slavery took a long time to end, and it was...
Wow, you're going there.
Yeah, 100%. That is exactly what that is. I can definitely say from my family's perspective as well, growing up in South Carolina, a lot of them agree with Donald Trump.
We caught up with these 4 young men at St. Augustine's University, an HBCU in Raleigh, North Carolina. Both Biden and Trump have invested in these institutions.
I want to show you a videotape of a speech he gave not too long ago.
I got indicted a second time, and a third time, and a fourth time. And a lot of people said that that's why the black people like me, because they have been hurt so badly and discriminated against.
That's not us.
That's crazy. To think that like you can relate to a whole community just by going to jail is outrageous.
I kind of feel like disgusted that he felt like he could get to us by making jokes about going to jail and relating to us by that way. It's not what we stand for as people.
What issues matter most to you guys this election?
I'm so politically tired. Like, I don't even know what issues I care about anymore. Reproductive rights, for me, it's important, but it's like, I'm tired.
Why are you tired?
Constantly having to fight as a black man in every space. It's like every system is built in opposition of our success.
All 4 tell us they'll be voting for President Biden in November.
Show of hands, if this will be the first presidential election you've had the chance to vote.
I think it's really important. Our ancestors fought for this, so I feel like it's very important for black people in general just to vote.
The state of North Carolina has been a mainstay in the story of black political progress in America. In Greensboro, 4 HBCU students famously spearheaded the nationwide sit-in movement in the 1960s. And for generations, the black church instrumental in fighting for fair access to the ballot. Republican congressional candidate Abdul Ali knows full well the power of the church.
This is exactly what I wanted, a nice, intimate crowd of folks to come out for lunch.
Hosting a Politics in the Pulpit event in the Charlotte area.
Amen.
Amen. It's an important constituency to win over in a state that Trump carried by about a point in 2020.
Does Donald Trump reflect your values politically and personally?
Politically, yeah, and some of the values personally. Am I a fan of the mean tweets and calling people out of their name? I don't think that has any place in civilized politics. I don't. But I also recognize that if you read the framers of the Constitution, they were just as ruthless and gangster and mean as Donald Trump is.
How was life for black America, you think, under Donald Trump?
Let Sexy Red tell it we was getting money.
Rising rap artist Sexy Red going viral for this video, praising the COVID financial relief issued under the Trump administration.
Oh, baby, we love Trump. We need him back in office.
We were doing a lot better.
That's not fully true, is it? Right? Black unemployment is lower than it's ever been.
We've not seen an increase in the quality of life. And I don't think black America can take 4 more years of this. I don't think we can.
Some of the things that have plagued us is the lack of good jobs, ones that can take care of a family.
Saginaw, Michigan, less than 2 hours north of Detroit, once a thriving hub for the auto industry. Curly Coleman is the Chief Executive Officer of Saginaw County Community Action Committee.
How you doing? My concern personally is our black community being able to have the opportunity to go into homes, financial literacy, education, opportunities to advance.
While black unemployment reached historic lows during President Biden's first term, here in Michigan, black unemployment is at least 50% higher than the national average. Trump won here in 2016, Biden in 2020 by just 303 votes in a pivotal state. It's a pivotal swing county, and both Biden and Trump know it, already making stops here.
I believe in what President Biden is trying to accomplish, and I will be standing with him.
But not everyone is convinced. Antonio Brooks, who's voted in every presidential election since he was 18, is now questioning whether he wants to vote at all.
All we do is go in, just vote for straight tickets. We just vote Democrat. So we're not holding them accountable. We just giving them our vote, which if I feel like you don't deserve it, I'm not giving it to you anymore. I keep it myself.
Coming up, one of the contenders for Trump's running mate, his controversial remarks about the Jim Crow era.
Do you want to clarify that comment at all?
And king of comedy, D.L. Hughley, goes beyond the laughs and gets serious about pushing for Biden at the ballot.
Obviously, we're not a monolith, but I think ultimately, I'm going to do what I can to make sure this administration sees another term.